What I'd like to show you today is how you can make money with what we call pay per call CPA offers. Now these are different from normal CPA offers in what happens here is you don't get paid for them to complete an offer. You get paid when they pick up the phone a number and go through on the phone. Now the amount you get paid can often depend on how long they stay on the phone. Now we've gone here to offervault.com and we've done a search for pay per call, and you can see it's come up with a few different offers here. You can see there's various different offers as we go through, lots and lots of different ones indeed. Now exactly how you want to use one of these, there's a few different ways, and we're going to go through and show you some of the ways it can work for you and how you can turn these simple telephone numbers into a into basically profit. You sign up to one of these programs and then you get them to make the phone call, they stay on the phone, you get paid. It's very, very easy, particularly if you're sending targeted traffic, which is what we're going to talk about as we go through. So you've got to go and sign up here. You'll get a 1-800 number, and you can see there, calls must last for 1 minute and 30 seconds to be accepted. So if they can be accepted, last for that long, then it's going to work. And you can see here, that's a sort of sample of the advert, tells you about the network Azoogle. So there's plenty of different offers, and some of them are sort of more popular ones you tend to find, like financial offers, mortgages, and psychic is another one that we see a lot of here. You know, phone up for your free psychic reading or whatever it might be. So how do these work? How do you make money with them? Right, well what we need to do is we need to go to Craigslist. Here's Cambridge for Craigslist. We go to the US. Let's just pick an area at random. Let's go for New York, and then again let's pick Philadelphia. That will do. Doesn't really matter. You go through, you find somewhere that you want to go, and what we're looking for is we're looking at the housing section here. So we're going to say we found a pay per call one on mortgages. Now there's plenty of them. You just got to look through OfferVault and you will find it. And what we do is we then find we go into one of these sections. Now the sections we will go into would typically be apartments and housing here, or if we go into real estate for sale, and then sort of typically buy owner. That's a good one to go into. If we go into there, we can tend to find what we're after. Now what we're doing here is we're not contacting people, we're getting people to contact us. So basically what we do is we post a new Craigslist advert, and what we do is we'll have we'll set the title to some title of it will be something like don't rent a house, get a discounted mortgage today and buy your own, or something similar. It could be don't rent when you can buy, discounted mortgages and low cost finance options available today. Something like that as a title. Something that sort of says to them, you know, yes, I might be wanting to rent, but what if I could buy instead? Because let's face it, a lot of people who are renting would much rather buy. You know, people see real estate or their home anyway as an investment. So, you know, something like this would get their attention. And then you have a simple ad based on the landing page. And then, most importantly, the phone number. And that's the one that you've been given here, your unique landing page with your unique 1-800 number. And that's what you do. And it goes in here. And what you'll find is people who are looking for renting, or people who are selling a house themselves, so for sale by owner, they tend to be going to buy another house. So, you know, typically they will be interested in the mortgage. And what you can do is then you will be able to, they will see your advert, they'll see a phone number. Remember, most of the things that people are going to see on here are going to be websites to go to, and most of them are going to look at a website and go, oh, I don't want to go there. But if they see a phone number, that sort of, it's hard to say, it almost sort of says to them, I'm much more genuine than you may think. So they're likely to pick up the phone and just give the phone a quick call and just listen to the call, and as they go through, so you will get paid. So it's a brilliant way of monetizing it. It's very, very good. Now, one thing you could do is, to be honest, there's only so many Craigslist adverts you can post in a day. So if we go to one of our favourite sites, Fiverr, and we type in Craigslist, helps if we spell it right, of course. If we type in Craigslist, what we can do is we can find people on here who will post to Craigslist for us. So here you are. This person will post for you. Let's have a look. Let's just look through. Yeah, there's someone who'll write you some Craigslist ads. That'll show you how to get Craigslist phone verified accounts. You're looking for people who can help you with posting on Facebook. Most of these aren't so far, but there's a gig at the top here where somebody will post on Facebook for you. So pretty much what you do is you find somebody here who is going to able to post for you, and you basically hire them, and they'll keep posting for you on Facebook. You could even hire somebody on somewhere like Freelancer or elance.com and get them to do it for you as well. Now that would obviously be a really, really good idea, because they can do it and they can work full time putting the adverts on there for you, or a day a week putting the adverts on. And obviously that means you're covered in all cities, in the right categories, and you're getting maximum exposure, which obviously means maximum income back for you. So that's one way of doing it. Now, another way for you to do this, to make money, is through press releases. Now, press releases are a great way, again, for you to get traffic and to get noticed. And because you're not pointing people to a website, you're giving them a phone number, it can work quite well. Now, you can go here, and if we search for press release. Now remember, when you're looking for people here, look for the feedback and make sure that they do have decent feedback. Now here we have people. There you are. Let's have a look at just the first couple. This person will create a press release. This person will create your press release. This person will submit your press release to 210 sites. So absolutely brilliant. This will get you noticed and get you traffic. So if we can go here, let's just check their feedback, make sure that they're decent. 99%, 153 positive, 16 orders in queue. Yeah, that says they're good. The advantage of this one for me is they're from America, which obviously hopefully means they're a native English speaker, which could well mean that it's going to be much better quality. Sometimes I find hiring non-native English speakers, it can be a little bit awkward in places, but generally it's good enough. So you hire, say, this gentleman here to write your press release, then you hire one of the others to distribute it, and you can make money that way. Exactly the same. Your press release is talking, if it was a mortgage offer, you may talk about how there's discounted mortgages available and people who are struggling with high interest rates and so on and so forth can very simply get a low price mortgage, and then you include the phone number. So that works very, very well as well. Now, obviously, one place you could distribute it if you really want to, go for the Rolls Royce of it, is prweb.com. PRWeb is a professional press release site. It's not the cheapest of sites to send a press release from, unfortunately. You've got your sort of options here. Let's have a look at, if I compare packages. Right, $80. There you are. Tells you what they all do here. You can sit and have a look through and see what it does. But the prices are This one's $80, it's $140, and so on. This basically would be good enough to get it out the door and get people through you. But you can see here that you know, you get quite a few benefits if you go for the higher ones. If you go for, you know, the really advanced ones, then you get all sorts of things. So if you want to spend the money, you can certainly use do a basic one here at PR Web. Now let's look at another way of doing this. Is what we can do is we can go into Facebook and we can create some Facebook ads. So let's just get some Facebook ads up. Okay, so here's our Facebook ads, and you can see it's very simple to follow through. Right, where's it going to? It's going to an external URL. So what we can do is we can put the URL of the landing page in there. So http:// my landing page, mydomain.com we'll use here just as a test. And you can put your title, will be something about discounted mortgages, good description plus phone number, and then pick an image as well. I don't really want that. Then you can browse and find an image as well. Okay, once that's done, we just move down. And now we can pick people. Now the CPA offer might well have had certain states we want to target. So we could do particular states. So say it was the CPA offer only wanted New York and Louisiana, for example. Okay, fair enough. So that's good. So we can do that. Now, age range. What sort of age people are going to be buying houses? Well, you know, 18 sort of under sort of 25, not so many, but sort of certainly 18 to about 55. They're going to be very keen on buying a house. They're sort of the real target market for house buying. And you'll see in a minute it will update and tell us how many people we're going to reach here. So, you know, we can do some advanced targeting. We can target, you know, you can see there's all sorts of options here as well for targeting, which we're not really too interested in. Then we can continue again. Let's price this in dollars so we all know what we're talking about. Count time, United States. Let's go for Eastern time campaign. Now, you've got two options here. So, right, it's updated. Let's just go back up here for a minute. Targeting these people, we're targeting 9.2 million. So, you know, we can run these adverts and we should get some decent clicks from them. Now, what we want to do is you've got two options here. Do you want to run on price per click, or do you want to run on you get charged for so many thousand adverts displayed? It's up to you which you do. It really does depend upon your personal preference. If you're getting people through to your website, then obviously per click is better. But if you're just concentrating on getting people to see the phone number and call that, then obviously you pay less if you're on the thousands. So pay per impressions. Let's see what it comes up with. So you can see here it's sort of 36 cents for 1,000 impressions, or about sort of 85 cents per click. So that's not too bad, to be really honest with you. So we can certainly do that. Now, then obviously you go through, you set it live. Now that's one way of doing it. That's a great way of getting your advert in front of some good people. Now you can also, of course, you could create a fan page. You can create, you know, a following on Facebook like that and drive traffic there if you wanted to. It really is up to you how you want to do it. But as I said, adverts can be quite good. And if you're concentrating on getting people to call the phone number, then quite often this can be a much cheaper way to get your impressions. So for sort of $36 a day, we would get approximately 36. We'll get a lot of, you know, a lot of displays, won't we? So $3.60 gets us 10,000 displays, isn't it? Times 10 and times that again, 100,000 displays will be 36. So we're talking about 100,000 ad displays for $36. So can't grumble at that one, can we? And you know, you should get a decent click-through rate because you're targeting the right sort of people here. Now, obviously, depending on what, if we're not going for a mortgage offer and you're going for a psychic or tax settlement or whatever, adjust the ages here and the demographics according to what the offer requires. So, you know, if it's something that's going to, older people increase the age, younger people decrease it, you know, very, very smart thing to do. And that way you can really target yourself and make sure that you are going to get the right people and you're not wasting displays or clicks on people that really aren't going to be your target audience. It's better to narrow it in and be much more focused because you're more likely to make decent money and get a good conversion rate from that, to be perfectly honest with you. So obviously we can use Facebook. Now the other thing we can do is back on Fiverr. So say for example one of these offers we found was for let's say it was one of the psychic offers, you know, something like that. Now that sort of thing, people tend to phone up. People have cell phones attached to them 24 hours a day nowadays, if you think about it. So one thing you can do that's very, very good is if we search here for flyer, what we can do is we can get somebody to make a flyer for us for $5, and then we've got various people here who will distribute our flyer for us. They'll send 50 to Dallas, 60 in East Tennessee, 15 in a Midwest college town, 20 in a college campus, 50 in a major city, and so on and so forth. You know, so very, very good for you. And what you do is you get a flyer made up, you know, detailing the offer and with a phone number on it. And what people do is people will then obviously see it. They've got their cell phone, they'll ring it then and there, and you can get a good conversion rate from it. Now, one thing you can do with these, with the psychic offers in particular, is pay someone to put them on the back of the door in the stalls in women's bathrooms. Now, you may think that's crazy, but let's face it, you've got a captive audience, and women will be much, much more interested in a psychic offer than men typically. And very, very few people pull down posters that are on the back of bathroom doors. People don't tend to touch them, so it'll stay there for quite a while and you'll get a good conversion rate from it. You know, you get a lot of people, they'll be sat there, they'll have their cell phone in their hands maybe, and then they can take the number then and there. So that's a very, very powerful way of doing it. Now these pay per call offers are very, very powerful. They're quite new, so people aren't used to them yet. You know, the audience, that the consumers aren't used to them, and internet marketers aren't really aware of them either at the moment. So what we're finding is they're getting a good conversion rate because a lot of people aren't promoting them because they just don't know how to promote them. You promote them in a slightly different way to online promotions. You know, it's not the same really as pushing a website. So, you know, using the press releases, Craigslist, Facebook, and sort of the offline methods we talked about, you can really benefit from these pay-per-call offers, and you can really make a good amount of money from them. There's massive potential here for you. So I strongly recommend that you give these a go. Try some of the methods we talked about and see what great results you get from them. I think you're going to be very, very pleasantly surprised.